I have tried very hard to keep these videos on Gabriel-Jones coaching playlist to be timeless and to be open-ended. Videos that can be watched at any time. But today I just can't do that. Today it seems to be very important to it feels very important to call something to attention, maybe lift something up out of the brackish water of society and just hold it and just look at it. And that's this. There are a lot of definitive stances that are being taken right now in this time of this global pandemic. And those stances and decisions and statements seem to be very passionately stated. And well, it makes sense because we have to find and discern and be able to enunciate specifically what matters to us. So of course we're going to be drawing lines in the sand. Of course we're going to be, being definitive and discerning what matters to us. So most of the statements and anxieties come with a period at the end of that statement. I'm not suggesting that there's anything wrong with making firm statements about what we believe. I think that's important. I think that's incredibly important. That's part of why I do what I do as an encouragement coach. But I long for one additional phrase after that statement is made. And that simple phrase is this. And then what? I believe that the coronavirus was made in a lab, say for instance. Well, and then what? I believe that the coronavirus is actually zoologically sourced and that it's a completely natural virus and did not come from a lab and just happened. It just evolved. And then what? I believe that I believe that the economy should reopen. And then what? I believe that we need to honor social distancing and physical distancing and wear masks, and we should continue with these mitigation tactics in order to try to slow the further spread and stop a second wave. And then what? What would happen if we were to follow up each statement that we made with the phrase, and then what? And we answered it. The snow globe of our lives, each one of our lives, has been picked up and shaken. We got all this stuff lying all around. It's scary. And it's worth acknowledging that. To acknowledge that we don't know what's going on, to acknowledge that we're confused, to acknowledge that we're scared, to acknowledge that the things that we thought were so easy to believe might be called into question. It's worth it to acknowledge that we don't know what next month is going to look like. And that's scary. And that makes sense. So I don't in any way, shape, or form mean to suggest that we have to buck up. No. All I'm suggesting in this humble way of just, here's a beautiful leaf I found that fell during an autumn wind. Look at the pretty leaf. Is just to add those three little words after any statement that we make. any declarative statement. And then what? I'm Catherine Gabriel-Jones. My declarative statement is that I believe in you. And then what? I will continue to make these videos. I will continue to shout out into the void in the hope that any modicum of encouragement that I send out into the world can prove helpful, useful, restorative, inspiring, encouraging. And that's all.